This is probably the happiest video I'm ever gonna make. This is all about finishing your exams and the celebration and the trashing afterwards, so brace yourself for a lot of elation. There is this amazing feeling when you write the last sentence of the last paragraph of the last essay of your last exam, and then you just put the full stop and you put down your pen and you just think to yourself, I never have to do this again. And you just like, go on guys, say the time is up. And then you stand up, you look around to your friends, your academic colleagues, and you're like, you know what? We did it. We're wearing our red carnation. Signifies that you're on your last exam. And then you get to go out through this very special exit where it says, finishers this way. All of these cameras are flashing, all these people are cheering, all this confetti is falling over you, and then they throw you into your group of friends, and then suddenly you're getting cones on your head and in your face, and garlands around your neck, and then confetti, more party body, more silly string, loads of silly string gas going in. Don't want to breathe that stuff's dangerous. In fact, I think it may have affected me. But it's such a good feeling. And it's, if you are doing exams now, if you feel as though, what the hell is the point? That feeling is worth it, because that is the relief of however many months work. I mean, for me it was like 5 months work, but really it's 3 years worth of work, but really it's actually all the work I've been doing since I started school when I was 4 years old, and I finally achieved this moment in time, like the academic peak of everything that I've been doing until this very moment. And then they start throwing things at you. Like, what is this? I got off quite lightly with my trashing. FYI, trashing is when you throw nasty things at someone. Can range from just confetti to rotten fish. To celebrate the fact that they have finished their exams. It's a weird tradition, but you know, most traditions are kind of weird and they're fun. So as you can see, I got a bottle of champagne. I was covered in confetti and silly string. And then also I got some of the extra damage from one of my other friends trashing, where I was covered in shaving foam and flour, and I smelt pretty. And yeah, just watch some of this. Oh, it's amazing. This is one of my other friends getting their trashing at the moment. I was the organizer of this one. Pretty solid stuff there. We covered him pretty well. And then we also had this one in which there was pony pasta featuring. Oh, I had glitter thrown all over me. So whenever I hugged one of my friends to say goodbye, I just spread a little bit of magic wherever they were going, and everyone was kind of covered in glitter. And I think my shoes are still covered in glitter. And as was my suit, which I had to get dry cleaned because obviously it was covered in so many things. And the guy, when he opened it, was like, this is going to cost you double. There's not very much structure to this vlog because it was just an overwhelming moment of emotion, and then I just got asked, what do you want to do, Jane? And I was like, I just want to go for a walk. I just want to walk around and do nothing. So we walked around Addison's and we just chatted, and I was just saying things and just expressing my feels. I was slightly delirious, kind of like now. And then there's this moment when you clean yourself up, and then after a few hours, like, I didn't want to go straight back. I went to the bunker of knowledge, i.e. the library, and the feeling of everyone else being around you, and you're just taking your things and you're putting them in your bag and you're packing up and you're throwing away stuff, and you're like, I'm done. I don't have to be here anymore. I packed up all my things, say goodbye to a few people, and freedom! So of course, to celebrate finishing my exams, I just had a nap. I was so tired. I think I'd slept maybe 5 hours the night before, because I was still going from the 2 exam stint that I did the other day. I still hadn't fully recovered, but I was like, you know what? I've got the energy, I can do this. This willpower will overcome this fatigue, and upon losing my purpose to want to be awake, I just crashed. Like, phew, I was so tired. The slight bittersweet thing to finishing my exam was that I was one of the first of all my friends to finish. I was the first of all the PPEs to finish, but I actually thought that was a really cool thing, because then I got to celebrate the joy of everyone else finishing exams with them. So I got to organise their trashings, I got to make sure that we were doing cool stuff in the evenings, and I got to just see and relish their elation, which was so much fun, because it made me relive this feeling. Never forget this feeling. If any of you have finished exams recently, never forget that feeling of relief. because it overwhelms you. And if you ever feel down, go back. Again, somewhat contingent upon what grade I get, but nonetheless, the finishing of the journey in itself is an achievement, and it was wonderful. Many things were done to celebrate, including like meals, just playing cards on the lawns with friends and playing games and just doing nothing in Oxford. Because to be in Oxford and to not have a deadline is quite a rare thing. So to just relish in that, meeting new people, catching up with old friends, and then also there is a dinner called School's Dinner, which is the final dinner that you have with all the tutors and all the other people who are in your class for that year for your subject. And it's a black tie event, and then you have a 4-course meal, and you just chat. And you just share your plans for the future, you share opinions about things, you chat over maybe the exam, you probably don't want to, and you just enjoy yourself for the entire evening. And if you'd like to see this is the PPE cohort of 2014, and the caption I put to this is just, we did it. I remember back in first year, like, we were all very, very different. We're still very different now. I was particularly confused as to trying to swim in this really deep pool of academic intensity in first year. And just looking back then, whoa, we have come so far. We've changed so much for the better on the whole, which is great. And yeah, I can't wait till there's a graduation ceremony in September, and we would have gone back into the real world for a bit more, and just to, yeah, oh wow, I'm just overwhelmed. Just look at that photo, look at the glee, look at that face, look at that little peasant's face. Isn't that cute? In fact, here are a couple more pictures. Just look at them. Look at the joy, look at the fun, look at the... Yeah. Okay, the next vlog will coming up in the next few days. My camera's going to overheat, so I'm going to say goodbye really quickly. Next vlog will probably be on something related to friendship, because I've been somewhat emotionally overwhelmed in the past week, and I'd like to share that with you guys in case anyone has any suggestions, or if anyone else is also going through something similar. But until then, if you'd like to know what it is that I am up to, I said in the last video, Twitter, if you want some sneak peeks and previews as to what I'm doing with my life. But the next video after this friend one, that will kind of give you a more comprehensive overview as to what it is I'm doing with my life at the moment, aside from talking to you guys, which that will come into the friendship video. Cool. Adios, amigos.